What's good, YouTube? It's Matt Snake 88 here. I'm gonna be bringing you my second place locals Punk Kashtira deck. So as you all know, I've been playing pure Kashtira for the past maybe a month or so. I've been enjoying the deck, but a friend of mine sent me over a list of a Punk Kashtira list. So I've been trying that out for the past week or so. I decided to take it to locals last night. Ended up getting second place. Overall, I think I may like it more than pure Kashtira right now. I'm not really for certain on exactly how I feel about it as far as how either one would do versus the current meta before Photon Hypernova. I like in the pure Kashtira deck that you can kind of sit on floodgates and you have main deck shifter and stuff to deal with other decks there in the meta. But what I like about this deck is that it's more fast paced, it's more combo oriented. You can use your cash monsters for level 7, the level 7 body for your level 10 synchros and stuff like that. So this version is a little more explosive. You get to put up bigger and better boards and you accrue a lot more advantage throughout utilizing the punk package in the deck. So we'll get into it and take a look at this. First of all, we're gonna start off with our punk package. We have 3 Z-Armor. It searches out all your monsters. It's probably the best punk. It's either that or Foxy Tune. I'm not for sure, but yeah, this is what you should be playing. Z-Armor is nuts. It's just nothing much else to say about it. It's just really good. Also, most decks that use punk just as an engine with not being focused more so on the punk cards themselves. They don't normally use Z-Armor's second effect. So Z-Armor does boost a punk synchro by 600. That also comes up quite a lot. It makes your Amazing Dragon 36 or your Jam Dragon Drive 33. So a little harder for it to beat over. And it can chain block your field spell. So just keep that in mind. We also have 3 Ogre Dance. This searches for anything outside of itself or Foxy Tune. It only searches anything that's not level 8. You can also tribute a punk on your field, especially summon this. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And you can always, if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can use this effect to gain life. So there's time implications in this as well. But overall, you're mainly using it just to dump and search one of your level 3 punks. So that's all about that. 3 Foxy Tune, we all know what this does. No explanation needed. It gets you whatever punk on the field that you're missing. It's pretty good. You can also tribute a punk to special summon it if you need to maybe go for a level 11 synchro play or a link play or anything like that. But typically you're pitching it in another card to bring out one of your tuners. So yeah, this card is, we all know what Foxy Tune has done before, and it's doing the same thing in this deck. Maybe a little more, but it's generally doing the same thing as recruiting for tuners. And we got double Deer Note. Deer Note allows you to recur after you synchro or link. It doesn't matter what you do with it as long as it leaves the field and you have a punk monster in your grave, you can special summon one of it. So except a level 5, so it can't get itself. But it brings your tuner back to climb up. And say you go into Jam Dragon Drive with this, you can climb up to Amazing Dragon if you need to. Psych again, Punisher. Go for a link play. It just gives you another body. That's all. Also has a pretty good special summon from the hand effect that we can utilize a little more since we're playing more punks. We're not just using it as a package. This is essentially a punk deck with a Kashtira engine, to be honest. But yeah, Deno's pretty cool. And then we get to the one-of punks. Play 1 Shirakusai. That's what allows you to fuse an Amazing Cart on your turn, and on your opponent's turn, it allows you to sync into Amazing Dragon for disruption, especially against decks that put out a lot of extra deck monsters or decks that set a lot of traps. You are able to bounce all of those before their turn ends during the end phase, or you can just use it to disrupt combo plays. It's pretty good. So yeah, and we play Walk On to search the field spell, and Madam Spider to search the in-theme infinite impermanence. That's all for the punk package. So let's get to the Kashtiras. So in this, we're only playing 3 Fenrir and 3 Unicorn. Fenrir is, we all know Fenrir is awesome. We don't really have to talk about it too much. Just to be able to target and banish anything face down. But Unicorn is actually more useful in this deck because Unicorn will search your birth, and your birth allows you to get another level 7 on the field for more synchro plays for 10s. Fenrir is cool. I mean, you don't mind opening Fenrir, but you really want to be opening Unicorn. Unicorn in this deck is the nuts. Unicorn versus, I mean to say Unicorn, opening Unicorn in any Punk tuner is nuts. I mean, it's really nuts. And you're gonna end on Baron and whatever other synchros you want, pretty much. So, yeah. Like I said, this is pretty much just the engine in this deck. It's really more about the Punk stuff. Hand traps, we're playing triple Ash, triple Veiler, 1 Ghost Ogre, only because it's searchable by Jam Dragon Drive, I mean to say. It's decent. I'm considering cutting it, but just because of the fact that it's searchable, it's relevant against a few things. I didn't really use it in the tournament much, but it wasn't bad either. I mean, at the end of the day, it's another level 3 tuner that you can get off of emergency teleport. So for now, we're gonna keep it in. We'll evaluate it a little further. And the last 3 hand traps, 3 infinite impermanents. So we'll move on to the spells now. Spells, we're running, of course, 3 triple E-Tally. Personally, I don't think this card should be at 3. I mean, obviously, nothing's really using it right now, but we all know it's only a matter of time before this card gets broke again. So, yeah, E-Tally for whatever you need. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not gonna dwell on E-Tally. We all know how good E-Tally is. 2 birth, searchable by Unicorn. We don't want to play 3 because we're not playing pure cash. And yeah, you just search this off Unicorn to extend out. The banish effect still applies. You can choose to end at the end of your combo, just to end on Unicorn or Fenrir, to special off of this. And against graveyard reliant decks, it's not a bad idea to. You definitely don't want to forget about the banish 3 from this. So let's see, 2 triple tactics talent. It's just useful for stealing things, turn them into synchro material. Sometimes you also need to draw 2 cards. I mean, monster effects are pretty much going to be activated on each player's turn now, so there's no reason not to play this. We're playing 2 of the field spell. The list I got, they were only playing 1. I feel like you should play 2 just to see it. It's a really good card. You really only need 1, but I'd hate to mill the 1 off of getting milled by tier or something like that and losing it and not being able to utilize it. The draw effect off of this is nuts. You get to draw a card basically for free twice per turn. And also the special summon effect of this is not a hard once per turn, it's once per copy. So you definitely can extend out further using 2 field spells. It worked for me. I'm not saying play more than 1, but I'm playing 2. I like playing at 2. And call by, just for hand traps, whatever. And the only non-hand trap we're playing is the searchable Imperm from the Punk package. So we'll move into the extra deck now. Nib token. Synchros, we're playing Draco Berserker, Punk Jam Dragon Drive, Baron, Ching Ying, double Amazing Dragon, 1 for your turn, and 1 to bounce stuff back on your opponent's turn. 1 Psychic and Punisher. That's all for the synchros. Not much really to explain there. For the Exceeds, playing Big Eye. We still have access to rank 7, so we're playing a few of those. Diblosis, Flare Metal, and Zeus for the Exceeds. And Fusions, we got Rising Carp. The only thing I would change about the extra deck, I would play 2 of this, just in case I encounter another another Kashtira matchup, and they banish this. It makes my Shirakusai pretty, it's not useless, it's still a tuner, but it's not allowing me to combo off like I would like. So I would play 1 more of this. And the links I'm playing Asa to steal Fenrirs, Win to steal Unicorns if possible, and BLS to out certain cards and make an impenetrable board. Just make a monster that can't be targeted or destroyed by my opponent's card effects. a lot of decks can't handle a 4500 BLS, so I'm still on that wagon. And to the side deck, played 3 Earth Kaiju. Mainly because it's level 7 and I can normal summon it off birth if I need to. But I can't really, in my past decks I played Lava Golem. I can't really do that now because my normal summon is semi-relevant. Whereas in regular cash, just pure cash, I wouldn't normal summon as much. But I actually need my normal summon a little more in this, so I kind of just stuck to the Earth Kaiju. Could have used Radion, but I didn't want to use the Dark. Also, I do like playing the Kaiju for the simple fact that if I go Amazing Dragon, I can just bounce this back to my hand if I need to and get rid of another threat. And then it's so weak at 2400, I can run over it with almost anything in the deck. So yeah, that's the main reason I chose to go with this over Lava Golem. Let's see. Other going second cards, triple nib. I've been kind of testing nib again. I didn't really use it yesterday. I didn't side it in much. I didn't feel it was necessary to side it in, but I do think nib, we're getting to the point where nib can be good again under certain situations. So I'm gonna test nib going forward a little more. Like I said, it didn't really, I never really saw a reason to use it at the tournament yesterday, but either way, it's still in here. I'm probably not gonna cut it. We're on double lightning. It will be triple, but we had to make room for the Kaiju. And then we're on triple evenly. I prefer evenly to lightning storm. I'd rather banish my opponent's stuff face down versus destroy things that trigger in the graveyard or things of that nature. And for going first, we got double solemn, double soul drain. And that's it. That's pretty much it, the deck. I appreciate everybody watching. Oh, and also, shout outs to Penta Smite Gaming and all the locals there. Shout outs to Drew for giving, as an extra incentive to prize support, he also gave us these figurines that we had to open up, and it was a mystery. It was like a mystery type thing, and I ended up getting Saga Dark Clown, which I'm cool with. I like Kava, so just wanted to give a shout out to Drew for that. So yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me anything that you think could have been better about the deck, or tell me how you feel about the deck. Thanks, and I appreciate it. Have a good one.